What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today we are taking a look at a really cool little Artisan. This is the Artisan Cleo, and really nice presentation here from Artisan. I don't know if I've seen any of the other ones that have this same box style, but regardless, it's just a box, so no big deal. But it is really nice presentation here. We'll go ahead, and it's got a strong magnet in there. Well, if I can get it to stay open. Yeah, let's take a look at this thing. This is a little guy. As you can see, I can cover it up completely there. This is, like I said, this is the Cleo. I'm going to butcher the designer's name, so I'll apologize for that in advance, but I believe it might be Johan Jordan, maybe? I don't know, or Jordan. Again, I apologize. I probably should have just not even tried to say it. Yeah, really cool little button lock premium knife from Artisan, and the size and everything, the price, this thing is pretty sweet. We'll talk about all that here in just a second. First, let's jump right on in. So we have a button lock with some nice kind of frag milling here on the titanium scales. You do have a reversible pocket clip, nice little pivot there with a pivot collar. You do have open pillar construction, really nice slim pocket clip. Does carry quite nicely. There you see the designer's logo. Really, really good looking blade. And then we will go ahead and crack into blade here. It is a nice sheep's foot blade. S90V on this thing. So little guy with a lot of capability. Nice satin finish on that. Thumb studs leave a little to be desired. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But it is a really nice flat grind. Tons of room because of that finger choil. Blade grind looks to be perfect. Let's see if we can see that tip. Yeah, tip looks good. No issues there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our hardware check. I believe we are looking at all T8s except for the pocket clip. Now it does have a double tooled pivot, so I'm hoping it's captive. But it may not be. Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not going to try to take this particular one apart. But our hardware is done. Drop the knife there. Our hardware is done very well. No real issues there at all. So we'll go ahead and jump right into my one and only nitpick on this knife, and that's the thumb studs. I don't really care for the thumb studs. I think they are a little too smooth. I don't really get any of the grip that I need for firing this knife out. I kind of have to make a conscious decision to make sure I'm on that stud before I fire the blade out. That being said, if I do that, it is 100% reliable. And I think maybe getting some more time with the knife, getting to use it more, things like that, I would probably get used to it, and I will end up picking one of these up. I think it's a really cool little fifth pocket carry. It's just I got to get used to that thumb stud. Now that being said, the reverse flick is money with this thing. The little the size of it, just it works. My finger doesn't get in the way of it, which sometimes is a problem, and in this case it doesn't. Now the blade retention is really well done on this. CGRB does these button locks really well. Artisan Cutlery does these button locks really well. Going back to the Pyrite, it's another really well done, and you can see the DNA there. You can feel the DNA there in the way the button lock is done. The plunge and everything is done really well. The cutouts are done well. The machining is done well on the blade. So really no issues there whatsoever. Except my only real nitpick is the grip on that thumb stud. S90V titanium, really nice milling on the titanium, 150 bucks. Now that being said, I think the S90 is a little, it's got a little bit of a range on it. It's 59 to 61 on S90V. I do think that's a little low, but again, I'm not like a steel guy or whatever. I'm just saying, so you guys understand, I do think that is a little on the low end for S90. Could be wrong. But it's at 150 bucks. Not a bad price at all for what you're getting. You have a 2.5-inch blade, but I believe the cutting edge is considerably less thanks to that finger choil. Let's look here. Yeah, we're at a just barely a 2-inch blade, or 2-inch cutting edge, 2.5-inch overall blade, and then a total length of just under 6 inches, 5.9 inches on overall. And this thing weighs a measly 2.36 ounces. Super duper lightweight knife. Now into what I think makes this knife so great, and there you can see every once in a while I'll flub that flipper, or I mean that thumb stud, and just miss it completely. But this thing is so nice in the hand. It's really incredible. I did not expect to like this knife as much as I do. It really just kind of harkens to me to things like the nip. It just kind of falls in that same category for me, where it's a tiny knife, but when you put it in your hand, it feels right. It feels like it is done really, really well. Such a smart design choice. It disappears in your hand. You don't feel the pocket clip. You don't feel any hot spots. The finger choil is done right. Even with my fat finger, I'm not on the blade. I don't have any risk of hitting that blade, or at least I don't feel like I do. I can rotate the knife in my hand if I want to, and get a different grip on it, and still be within that acceptable range of not being up on that up on the heel of the blade. Again, I just wish that thumb stud had a little bit more grip to it. Outside of that, this is a really, really, really nice knife. I don't think they're available everywhere right yet, or they were, and they're already sold out. I did check White Mountain; they show them, but they're showing out of stock. I do believe these were available on Artisan's website. But check them out. You guys can pick them up from wherever. If you can't get them from White Mountain, use your favorite discount code, save you a little bit of money. 10% on 150s. It's a little bit of money, a little bit of change there. So, without any further ado, I guess that's kind of it. Like I said, it's a extremely well done blade. Just a really quick video for you guys today. But yeah, we're going to keep on keeping on these things. I appreciate y'all as always for watching. Please remember to be kind, be humble, be EDC. Take care.